Hey YouTube, Joe Walker here at Def Digits Guitar Lessons, and I'm going live right now to record a lesson for my student Jack here in Seattle. He's been working on all the rhythm parts for Welcome to the Jungle. He has not been doing the famous intro riff that I was just playing, so I thought I'd teach it to him. He's not going to do that in his upcoming performance. I'm playing that part and he's playing another part during that moment, but I thought just out of curiosity, since he's working so hard on the song and learning all the rhythm guitar parts for the rest of the song, that this seminal guitar riff would be great to learn as well. So since I'm playing this in the upcoming performance, I went about and I learned exactly the way that it's really done. Looking up some videos on YouTube, I found some other people who are showing it not playing it correctly. Not playing it the way that I can clearly hear it in the recording when I slow it down, and not playing it the way that you can clearly see Slash playing it when you look at videos of him playing this. So I'm going to show you exactly the notes I'm playing, and then exactly the picking pattern, because that's kind of tricky, and then some other tips as we go. So here are the notes. You've got B note 3 in a row, like that. We're using the open B string all the way through this. So we're going to hit G string 4th fret with your 3rd finger over here, and then the open B string, and then back to G string 4th fret. And you have a kind of a light palm mute over here the whole time. And that palm mute, because it's not quite even on all of the strings, is going to make those two different Bs sound kind of different. The B note that's on the G string 4th fret is a little bit chunkier, and the B string that's open B, that B note is a little bit more open. That might also be a function of the way you're picking. This is down, up, down when you do those 3 notes. It might just be natural that an upstroke lets the note ring a little more than the downstroke does. But that's how it sounds in the recording too. So that's good if you're getting that effect. Next move we do is down to 2nd fret on the G string, and picking wise it's the same thing. Down, up, down. And these notes are A, B, A. Then we move down to 4th fret on the D string. This is now an F sharp note. You're alternating with that open B string again. So now you have to skip a string in between. Down on the D string, up on the open B, down on the D string again. Then we do the same thing on 2nd fret. So we have a pattern going here. It's just starting on the G string, it's fret 4, 2, 4, 2. And each of these moves, we're going down, up, down. We get the upstroke on the open B string in between. Down, up, down. Down, up, down. Down, up, down. Now's where the pattern breaks. We go open D, up on the B, and then to B note down here on the A string, 2nd fret. Is that right? Yeah. Open D string, up on the open B, 2nd fret A string, up on the open B. So those last 4 notes are doing this. Down, up, down, up, like that. So the whole thing really slowly. So the reason I got this from the recording, the way I got it, the way I figured out that this is exactly the notes that are happening, it's not something like this. you can tell he's using that open B string because of the first 3 notes. They sound different. They sound like boom, bam, boom, like that. And it sounds a little bit like those notes are ringing out together. Even though they're palm muted and they're chunky, you still have this kind of that kind of interference between the notes. Second reason is his second time through the riff, he actually makes a mistake. He does this. Hold on. He doesn't hit that A note on the first downstroke. He hits down up on the open B string instead. So that's not the kind of mistake you would make if you were playing it some other way, if you're doing this. So oftentimes when I slow something down and I'm transcribing it, really listening deeply, trying to figure out exactly what the fingering is, a little tiny mistake like that clues me in to, oh, it has to be this way, because that mistake never would have been made some other way. Like maybe it's an open string that's ringing, or maybe it's a finger that crosses over a weird way that can only happen a certain way. When you hear those things when you're listening to something and trying to transcribe it, that is like a little diamond that you just found, because it tells you that you're on the right track. If what you're doing makes it possible to make that mistake pretty easily. And that's what's happening here. The next thing I did to get this all worked out right, once I had the notes from the recording, slowing it down, I did not have the picking down right. There's a few different ways that you can pick this efficiently. You can do alternate picking all the way through. You can do hybrid picking like this. And speed-wise, that might be the fastest way. And there are a few other ways. Not knowing which way I should latch onto to try to be authentic, I just went and looked for videos, and you can see Slash. You can't really see all the details of the specific things that he's playing, but you can see the direction of the picking that he's going. You can see him doing this. Ding 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 ding. Down up down up down up down down up down down up down down up down down up. So that's kind of a weird pattern. Down up down down up down down up down down up down down up down. The only way it makes sense is if you're thinking of attacking the strings from these different sides. You're always attacking the B string, trying to scoop around it this way, and the other strings you're trying to scoop around it this way. So it's sort of, if you're already doing that sort of thing, it will intuitively make sense. If not, then it might not make sense. So if you have another way of picking it that works at full speed, then go for that. Like I said, there are a few different ways that it can be done. So in order to practice this way, the way that Slash does it, one of the things that I found helpful was to eliminate all of those upstrokes on the B string. So you get just downstrokes, and you have to do them in the right rhythm. So that's going down, 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 down. And you try to get that flowing really smoothly and relaxed in a way where it feels like, yeah, I could throw an upstroke in there between those downstrokes, like. So instead of throwing all of the upstrokes in like I just did, start by just throwing one of them in. So if you can do this, start by just throwing. Then throw the second one in. Ditch the first one, do the second one. And then move to the third one. Then move to the fourth one. And then the fifth one. Then the sixth one is the last one. I missed it that first time, but got it the second one. So You can work on slowly adding in those upstrokes to match to go in between those downstrokes. Just make sure that when you're doing just downstrokes, you're doing it in a way that's going to work when you throw the upstrokes in. It has to be relaxed, and you can't be herky-jerky doing like the Metallica downstrokes thing, going ga, 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 ga. It has to be really relaxed. And if you watch Slash play, you can see he's got his guitar way down there, and he's got this really relaxed posture with his hand. I don't know if I can duplicate it precisely, but it comes from this angle, sort of. Comes from up above because he has his guitar slung so low. So when you've got it like that angle, he's got kind of a slouch to his hand, and it's really relaxed. Everything he does is so relaxed over there. So however you're working on it, just make sure that as you're working on it in these pieces and moving it faster and faster, it stays relaxed. One last thing to consider, the delay setting. So I've just had it on reverb. If you put some delay on there, you can hear it echoing back. That will be the delay is quarter notes. Is that right? Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. Eighth notes. So if I move that a little bit. So you allow the delay to set the tempo of what you're going to play. So you set that delay really slowly if you're working on it at a slower speed. This is going to be challenging. Yeah. So that was probably not even as fast as the original recording. It's deceptively fast. Whenever I try to play along with it, I'm thinking, oh, this is faster than I thought it was, because that down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down. That gets really herky-jerky for me after a couple of times through. I can get it relaxed once or twice, and then my second or third time through, it starts to stiffen up. So I've got room to work on it, and if you're going to work on it too, just make sure you're staying relaxed over there, and you'll build your stamina and be able to play all the way through that at full speed. Thank you for watching again. Take care until next time.